Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM22 Career Mode, episode number 90. We're going to have a quick program announcement as for what's going to happen in PCM with some changes coming. If you follow the Pro Cyclist series, you already know a little bit about the changes that are coming, but if this is the only one you watch, then I don't want to catch you blindsided with a little change to our schedule. First off, let's go ahead and get some water while the time is good for that. Send Huggins back for that. Unfortunately, on the stage, we've had a huge negative draw. I mean, massively negative draw. Martinez is expected as a +4. He's got a -1, which means he actually had a -5 draw, the worst draw possible. Gonzalez has a -3 draw today. Krantz has a -4 draw today. So those guys combined are three leaders averaging a -4 draw between them. -12 draw just from those three riders is huge. Chergai at least has a +5. Azumi has a +3. But this is, not literally, but it's just about as bad of a draw possible. Obviously, technically, 8 riders, -5 each. You could have a -40 draw. But a draw that is worse than -20 for the group is horrendous. And that's where we're at. But anyway, let's hope we are okay. I was going to come into this one with some lofty ambition, trying to do something in that final climb at 5.5K, 9.5%. But I'm going to be less aggressive on that than I would have otherwise, as I fear that our guys are not quite up to it today. And we're going to be aiming more for just kind of hanging on. 11 riders in the break, 4 minutes, 49 seconds. As we head into the real big climb of the day, San Glorio, 26K at 5%. This is going to be hefty. For now, though, the climb, not too bad. All right, as we climb this, let's talk about the new series coming to the channel. First off, Pro Cyclist. That series is done. Finished last week. If you hadn't been watching that one of late or haven't caught up yet, I finished that series up last week. I'm giving myself a little bit of time to rest, relax, recover, get better from a cold. You may notice my voice is a little bit off. Just a common cold that came through the daycare. Wife picked it up. I picked it up. Almost over it, actually. I just spent the holiday weekend. It's Martin Luther King's birthday, so we were closed yesterday. No school, so no basketball yesterday, and we've got some guys that are starting to feel the climb. They are going to be dropping, but overall as a team, Huggins is the first one that's going backwards. Everybody else is holding on pretty well. We're down to 4.7K on the climb. When we start out push too hard, then we won't see more than about Huggins getting dropped from this one. Garzon and Arrieta both going backwards. Arrieta, that's just pace. I might have to push a little bit harder for him. But there's a chance that even Huggins gets back on. Garzon, though, he is going backwards. Arrieta. Okay, we'll push up to a 78 so that he keeps his position a little bit better than he's doing. Hopefully does not get dropped here. At the moment, we've got 78 left in the Peloton, and with a long plateau in between climbs here, he should be okay. He should be okay. And this is not a proper valley up here. It's a pretty lengthy flat zone in between. Now 53 riders. I have a feeling, though, that like Garzon, these guys are going to get back on probably. There you go. Over the top, Arrieta. You are the water guy for now. Azumi makes it. Good on him. Yeah, we will get some support for Krantz and Martinez here soon enough. Right, let's go ahead and get like Azumi on. Martinez is a bit more tired. Garzon's group comes together with the group in front of them. That's 22 riders chasing. There's now 15 in between, so you got kind of three lead groups here. Front groups all broke up, but still ahead of us. In fact, still 5.5 minutes to whoever's at the front of that. They've got a chance, but with such a long flat area and seemingly alone, or only one or two guys at the front anymore, they're going to be caught. I finished my Pro Cyclist series last week. I'm taking that little break, and then I have a new series, PCM22 series, coming to the channel. It's going to begin next week. It's one that I'm really excited for. It is going to be another career mode series. And I don't want to give away all the details of it yet, but it is going to be regarding a specific mechanic in the game, in PCM22. That was a new change for this year, and I'm really excited to delve deeper into it through an actual series. We're back up to 87 riders, by the way. Garzone is back on to support Krantz. I've got Azumi on Martinez now, and Huggins is the only one off the back. He is 3.5 minutes behind, so I don't think he's going to get up there. But Movistar is using up their guys who have recovered. They're not going to be available for that last climb. So there's still a chance, especially if we can keep that group of 35 behind away, which does include Huggins, but I don't want that group of 35. Getting Huggins back up here is not worth it for that. Garzone's not going to last long when we hit the climb, but we're looking good with 28K to go. Just in case though, let's get water one additional time. Arietta. Anyway, that new series starts next week, and it's gonna swap roles with this series. So if you have been following for a long time, or if you keep up on new episodes, this series comes out 3 times weekly, with Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The other series, the Pro Cyclist one, was Tuesdays and Saturdays, coming out twice weekly. I'm going to swap that. So this is going to become the Tuesday, Saturday, twice weekly series starting next week. So it is going to be reduced by 1 episode as I focus a little bit more on the new series, which will take over this time slot with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday releases. And I know some of you big fans of this series and been following it for a long time and look forward to those episodes. So I'm sorry that it is backing off a little bit. 7K, and I've got 7 riders. I know Movistar has been doing the work, but those guys are going to be tired. They're not going to last long, so I'm going to try to put them under pressure. And even though we're not perfect for this one, we're still looking pretty good. So we're going to sprint train right now and work our way right up to the front and put these guys under pressure. It's a very short climb. We've got a couple kilometers here early on of just gentle uphill before it's just going to really ramp up. So I want to be at the front at the moment that we hit the steeper portion of the climb. Garzone's going to go first, and then behind him is probably going to be like Arietta. So we will gel for him. He'll go second in line. We'll probably get like Azumi, and then Chagai. Gonzalez is going to try to just maybe hang on to the back end today. See if he can stay up there, keep his position, and Martinez is going to hang on. No, we'll put Krantz in between. Martinez can protect. Actually, you know what? I just remembered. We want Martinez as the overall leader for this race. So Krantz is going to go first. Okay, so Garzone coming forward. Oh yeah, 94 is plenty. That'll get you up there. Still in the early phase. I think we can back off just a little bit to a 92. And that's enough to get us out front. And now we're pulling back those leaders pretty quick because they can't handle this pace. Okay, red bar's gone for Garzone, but we're going to give him a 99 for a little bit. Let him continue on. Especially as others are not challenging. But let's watch to see if someone does. You can see one guy who's interested in it. Rubio. Alright, it's already 4K. So gel and gel. And then Arietta. Man, 82 hills. How about a 93? Well, let's go with a 93. It's 4K. That's definitely doing damage to everyone, but you can already see we are down to 3K. So Arietta has already let us out for a kilometer.
By many riders, the percentages are very high.
and he's going to be putting a lot of guys in a big time hurting, and that's 2.2k. So he just did 1.8 kilometers of that climb. Okay, on to Azumi in a moment. Same thing though, let's give these guys a second. You're going to see this group, and including those couple leaders now trying to come forward. Okay, gel up for the last of these guys. Azumi done. It's your guy. Okay, so Sosa is leading out Moss. And here we go for our is Martinez there? Yes. Is Gonzalez there? Yes, they are hanging on. We're down to just Krantz on having the energy to keep going. So Sosa's still going strong, but he is done pushing. There you go. You can see the movement now. Krantz.
You see that? You can read
Okay, Krantz, attack, go close that gap.
There's a growing number of riders left behind.
Yeah, we just don't quite have it today. Closing that gap. Here's our breakaway. Van Dienenbiel taking the win. Buitrago. He was in the break today? I guess he's down the order. So two guys. Moss, let's take third. He gains time today. And that's that difficult thing about the difficulty level is without our bonuses, you really see their bonuses show up. Sosa gave him a really good lead out though. Sosa took fourth. Krantz 8th on the stage, and we're going to lose a little bit of time. It's not much though. But Martinez was only 20th on the stage. His -1 really hurt him today. Moss and Sosa never caught Buitrago. They were still 5-6 bike lengths behind him, but they end up getting same time as him, 27 seconds. Our group comes in at 46, and luckily all together. But that's Krantz down to Chergai, not including Martinez. Martinez was 1:18 down, so he loses an additional half minute. So that is a little bit worrying that there were some definite time losses today. But bad race day condition is bad race day condition, and it's really hard to overcome on this difficulty level, that bad race day condition. Moss has the form, as in he's got the fittest peaks. It's clear, clear as day. We saw from that time trial that there's no way the guy's not operating on +4s, +5s daily. We should be. We've had, 1-2 days where we've had that sort of condition. This final week, though, we should have it. Moss has had it since the beginning of the race. So hopefully his fitness peak is just about done, and we're going to see his fitness peak or his fitness level worsen over the final week. Fatigue set in, and so we've got a chance to get back in this. Krantz is now up to second. Martinez slips to third, 3 seconds behind his teammate. They're both right about 2 minutes behind. We do have the opportunity for a 1-2 punch at some point with one of them trying to attack, sacrificing to force Moss to pull them back, and then, setting the other one up. I would use Krantz for the attack first to set up Martinez, but for now we'll kind of hang on to that. But Buitrago, no idea how he was allowed to be in the break today. No clue. But he's at 2:58 in fourth. Gonzalez, 10th place still, 5:30. So he does decent to hang on. And Sosa is up to 11th at 5.5. In terms of competitive, top 8 are still there within 3.5 minutes. All within a minute and a half, really, of our two guys. It's only a 2-climb day, but we hit the first one with just 38 kilometers left in the stage, and the second one will take us to a summit finish. Chergai already feeling it a bit as he's protecting Martinez. Today is an expected race day condition kind of day. So with +5 for Martinez, with a +2 for Krantz, a +3 for Gonzalez, I'm expecting us to do well on this stage. 132 now in the Peloton. As we go over the top of that one, some riders dropped off the back. Peloton had been intact before that. The final climb is 12 kilometers, 7.8%. Not a puncher's kind of day. This is much more our day. Moss is very strong as a puncher, He's not quite as strong as a climber, so we've got a good chance on this stage to gain a little bit of time back on Moss. The downside, though, is his team has not been on the front today. So he has still got his full team at his disposal. 3.5 minutes to the breakaway. Breakaway's already split up over that last climb. Not even quite sure how many riders there are, but we're looking at a peloton of 90, and only Chugai really feeling it right now. And we're just about there. 14.8K. I very much do want to be on the front foot for this one, and so we are going to early in the climb take over, but not immediately. So we'll get up to an 81, let these guys do their thing at first. 11K now. Okay, Chugai needs to gel up, and we need to think about who's going to be the other lead out guy. It's probably Huggins, plus he's domestique. He's going to work harder here anyway. So get him to gel up as well. Down to 68. Moss is already near the front. Inside 10K. This is where I usually start thinking about something. Let's wait for Chugai's gel to kick in, and Huggins. There they go. And they kick in. So now we respond 9K. And there's definitely some guys feeling it already. Garzon with a +5. Zumi with a +4. Good race day conditions for them. Really thought Chugai would have been out by now, but he is looking good. Alright, get him to the front. And we start the train. 60 riders left in the group, and Movistar has just come forward, but so do we. Okay, gel for Arietta. And that's it for Chugai. He's not got anything left to offer. Put him on auto, and we'll see you later. Just under 8K. There's Buitrago in the breakaway as the 4th place rider. Huggins. Where's Arietta? Get on his heels. There you go. It's Buitrago, who just got reeled back in, trying to attack again. Gel up for Azumi. Huggins continues to lead and chase. Now Arietta has his gel, so we'll send him out there. Gotta be careful with the pace on Arietta because he's so punchy. Huggins is done. That's 2 guys down. Under 6K now. Already almost pulled back Arietta. Gonzalez looking really weak right now. 5K. Down to 40 riders, and Arietta is done. So on to Azumi. And I think we've finally put the field like under some serious hurting. We're down to 27 riders. A lot of guys are struggling to keep up here. Gonzalez is feeling it. Krantz and Martinez still looking good though, and I do think this is that kind of day that we're going to bump Gonzalez to the back, and I'd have Garzon take over 4.5K. Getting Krantz and Martinez out there. They catch and overtake Buitrago. Garzon is done already, so Krantz is going to have to take over, but maybe we follow Sepkus. Doesn't want me to follow him. Okay, fine. Gonzalez is done. He's going to get dropped. We're down to 14. 1 rider left off the front, by the way, and Gonzalez here, Godou getting dropped. Godou 6th overall. Garzon's about to get dropped. We're down to 10. 10 in the peloton. 1 rider left off the front. Defending Nabil again in the break again. 13th overall, by the way, for him. And Krantz, I've got him going deep to just keep position. I don't want him to slip back at all. We're down to 7 at the front. Krantz is nearly done here. Martinez is going to sit on now. And Krantz, if you can, protect. Even though it's not really protection when you have no energy. 1K to go. Martinez has enough to attack here at the end and hopefully open a gap on these guys. But he's not the only one on the attack. In fact, he's not even going to get away, and Van Dienenbeel's going to win the stage again. Moss, endless energy. Buitrago, endless energy. Are you kidding me? The guy's in the breakaway all day. He attacks on the climb, solo, for, what, 6 kilometers, going full gas. We pull him back, and then he attacks again. What? What? How does he have any energy left at the end of that? Martinez has a +5. He's got an 86 stamina, and he still has nothing in stamina compared to Buitrago. 85 resistance for Martinez, and yet Buitrago has more than enough energy to attack in the final kilometer for a third time. After spending all day in the break. Just, for those who don't know, okay, expert difficulty level. There's 5% give, take, or neutral. Hard is actually kind of the neutral level. On hard difficulty, your ratings and everybody else's ratings are what you actually see. Race day condition bonuses, give or take from that. So they are important. But the ratings are what you see. Normal difficulty level. Oh, no. Sorry. Oof. Normal difficulty level is the actual one. I almost got this wrong for you. Normal difficulty level is the actual. Your ratings, their ratings, the same. On easy difficulty level, you are seeing a subtraction of their attributes. So yours are as they should be, and your opponents are going to see a subtraction of, I think it's 2.5% from their ratings. On hard, it's an addition of 2.5% to their ratings. On extreme, it's 5%. So a 5% bonus. So an 80 mountain with a 5% bonus, that's going to add 4 points. That is 4 additional points. So an 80 would be an 84 rating. So you're seeing somebody like Moss, who's got roughly that. His 80 is actually an 84. Then he gets his fitness peak, his objective. So his +5 on top of it means he's got an 84 plus another 5. He's riding on about an 89, while we're riding on about an 80 to an 82 with some of these guys. So the stamina resistance bonuses that pile on there when they have those objectives, when they have those fitness peaks, when you have the extreme bonus, that 5%, it piles up massively, and you get guys that, get into 90s on stamina and resistance. And it's not an exaggeration. They do have almost endless energy. Almost. So trying to get away from those guys is absurdly hard, except when they don't have the race day condition bonus. We have a +5 there, and we definitely put the field under a hurting. I mean, there was only a handful of guys left at the end, and Buitrago's the big example, right? Moss, okay, fine, he's great, but Buitrago, in the breakaway all day long, didn't run out of energy. Attacks on the climb as soon as we catch up to him. Rides solo for 5 to 6 kilometers. We use teammates, we burn their energy to pull him back. Took 6K to pull him back. He rode hard, solo, for 6K. You could see him just out ahead of us. He was solo that whole time, so he had no support, no help whatsoever, and had been out front all day. We pull him back after 6K. 3 kilometers later, in the final kilometer of the climb, the guy has energy left to attack again and go clear. I mean, that's definition of insanity right there. 13 more seconds for Moss. Buitrago also gaining time. How he's even being allowed to go in the break, I don't understand, but he sits 4th overall and they keep letting him go in the break. He's up to 3rd. Krantz. Krantz was minute 23, so Krantz lost that little bit of time working for Martinez there. So we're down to second and fourth. Buitrago's into the top three. You figure at some point, Moss and Movistar are not going to let Buitrago go in the break anymore. But it makes no difference. +5 and extreme bonus. The guy's on just impossible levels right now of ability. 79-75 doesn't look that intimidating until you start piling those bonuses on, and it is 100% clear that he's sitting on +5 daily right now because, you know, Martinez had a +5. He never made any attack except for the final kilometer, and yet struggled to get to the finish line and couldn't keep up with Buitrago. And his team was, you know, we had good team support, and we definitely put the field in a big time hurting. Gonzalez slips out of the top 10, but just by a few seconds. Boy, that was rough. And Van Dienenbeel now into the top 8. Also, time gaps. We're now looking really at 4 riders left in contention. You're looking 4 minutes plus, even to Foss. Second climb of the day. We're looking at a really, really tough stage number 16 here. The hardest climb is the final climb. 5 climbs. The 4th climb is brutal as well. These second and third climbs aren't easy either. A couple riders that are already off the back are doomed. They are very, very likely to finish very, very far behind the group and probably get dropped. If you get dropped on this climb, there's a good chance that you could miss the time cut as well, as we're looking at a crazy, crazy stage. I mean, this was 158 kilometers. It's a pretty mega stage. Martinez does get his +5, but the rest of the team, really terrible draw. Absolute horrendous draw. So 2 out of 3 stages we got a really poor draw, and even with the good draw on the last stage, we couldn't do anything with that besides just be in the group. The good news though is Movistar is leading the pack, so they're going to be feeling it here. They're going to be down a few riders as we get into those last couple of climbs. For now though, they're hanging on pretty easy. We're looking at an 8-minute gap to the break, and finally they decide that Buitrago, that Van Dienenbeel, you know, these guys are in the top 10 and have been in the break day after day. They finally say, no, you're not going in the breakaway today. So those guys are here in the pack. We got that full top 10. Let's hope we can take some tired legs of those and see them get dropped. Garzone has been dropped. In fact, I got a whole group of guys back here that are down the order and really need to get back up there. So Garzone, attack and leave this group, and this group of 4, Gonzalez, Krantz, these guys, I was trying to really, really conserve energy, and this is about to go very, very poorly for us. Marietta, Chergai. Yeah, this whole group just lost contact with 1K to go to the top. Don't panic. Don't panic. This is not a panic moment. Arietta. Nah, come on. Once. Garzone try to get back up there as well. I think I'm going to go from the back and pull these guys back forward, and we're going to be okay.
The riders will take full advantage of the incline to get some oxygen into their lungs, but they must remember to keep their shape.
Okay, so Martinez is okay at the front, that +5, helping him out, even though he was going minimal effort. I was trying to get everyone there. We almost did, not quite. Kobo, Movistar rider, down.
Thank goodness everyone else escaped unhurt.
Azumi getting a little bit of recovery. Krantz is back into the group, so that's good. So sit. There we go. Arietta back to leading this group. Okay. Come on, Garzone. Are you that bad at descending at 74? Like, he lost ground to his teammates there. Riding in the 90s. Arietta must be a good descender. 81. Yeah, we still lost ground. I want Izumi doing the work now. Come on, Garzone, get up there. Arietta, go protect Krantz. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. We're almost there. We're almost there.
We're starting the last third of the
Get
race.
in there. Get in there. There we go. Okay. You're going to sit up. You're going to get water. And Izumi. Checking in on those guys. They're all up there still. A minute and a half behind. Now Martinez is going to have to work harder on the next climb. So up that effort a little bit. Izumi gel. Comes Garzone with the water. Okay, he's finished. And now we got 2 guys to pull this back. Conserved a little too much energy. I know better than to leave it on a 76, but I can sometimes get distracted, like not moving my face cam back over. I'd love to blame this as a byproduct of being sick. My focus is less than 100%, and on this difficulty you can't afford to have less than 100%. Izumi, nearly done. Garzone, nearly done. Those 2 are going to get dropped. There's others here. We've picked up some other riders. 19 chasing 43. But with both of those guys done and expired, Chergai needs to get up there. As does Arietta. Gonzalez is now going to protect Krantz. Never mind 11th place. We need to make sure we're still in this thing. So me and Garzone are done. We just split the group in half. Hoggins gets dropped. Martinez now on his own. That's not good. Hoggins is not going to recover enough to be any help. Okay, those are not guys that are concerned. I'm not worried about pulling those guys back, and you're seeing a Peloton that is breaking up. Chergai is done, or will be in a second. So we're going to be changing this into a 3-man train here shortly. Let's do that now. So set in 86. That's just going to follow Gonzalez, follow Arietta, Arietta gel, and Arietta go forward. Chergai, see you later. Thank you for your help and support. Serrano going backwards. There's Uman going backwards. Aragon, another movie star rider. At least 3 of them out the back. Martinez needs water. Arietta's done, so Gonzalez is going to have to take over 2.5K to the top. Cannot let up because we're not going to regain contact if we let up. So, see you later, Arietta. Checking in on Martinez. How's he doing? He does need that water, but here comes help. Gonzalez is done. Krantz is going to make contact. Krantz is going to get water after we go over the top. For now, he's going to have to sit on. Oh, Martinez got himself water. The cheap way, too. 18 riders left. Gonzalez did not quite make it up there. But at least we got Krantz up there. Alright, come on, Krantz. I can see this is about to separate. Nah, he's okay. Alright, we've got 18 here. Is anybody up the road? Buitrago is up the road, as always. I think he's the KLM leader or something like that. Van Dienenbiel. Attacks from third place. Second in points. Third in the KOM. Carapaz up the road. And that's your front rider.
The back is not fighting for it. It's clear as day.
6 minutes back, by the way. Gonzalez is 2 minutes down on this group. Group A2. There's 4 riders in between, just 18 here. Martinez, fully recovered, looking good. Krantz, no. Very much no. 14 here. 18 here. On the flat, struggling. It's false flat, but we're technically already on the climb, aren't we? Yeah, we're up to 5% now. Just not a severe climbing through here. Krantz is not going to last long, but we have 17k to go. Going to use his gel now. Gonzalez 3 minutes back, so yeah, he's not going to be any help. We've dropped 1 rider. Just a minute ahead is Buitrago. Now that's 3 riders coming together, so he's got a little help and support out there. Leading that group, Mr. Endless Energy. Catching another rider, pulling away from our group. Dropping riders. Let's see how Krantz is about to get dropped. Vier also going out the back. He's only 10th though. Koos looks tired. 9k to go. The final 7k are going to be really steep. Down to 11.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Down to 9.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Gonzalez's hopes of a top 10 are now long gone. Krantz, meanwhile, is a minute and a half down. He's going to slip to the back end of the top 10, so our chances of that 1-2 punch are fading. 5.5k. A lot of guys tired here, and Martinez, though, is hanging on, so Martinez still has a chance to do something today. So we're starting to see a little bit of snow. I'm going to gel up. I'm going to try to attack with Martinez here shortly.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Because Moss is working hard right now. If we're going to do something, today's the day. This is the time. Going forward, and here we go, attacking. Carapaz, meanwhile, leaving them behind. Moss is responding. Now it's just Moss and I, and now it's just Martinez. 3k to go. 3k. I think we can climb about an 88 for 3k. 35 seconds behind. 41 seconds. We are leaving them behind. Can we keep this up for the next 2.5k? I think we can. Catching Buitrago. 2k to go. We've caught Buitrago. 1 rider left up the road. He's willing to work, but is he going to be able to hang with me? Of course he is. Endless energy, right? Sprinting. Can we leave him behind? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We're not going to win the stage, but we are going to take second. 400 meters to go from the top. Mr. Breakaway has claimed the win, but there's a big advantage today. Martinez takes the second place on the stage. Buitrago gets third, though, so that's going to help him. Here comes Foss, and then Moss. Well down. well down. But what about these guys? Struggling. Krantz trying to fight back. He's going to get 20th or 19th on the stage. 19th, just ahead of Simon Carr. Gonzalez, 24th. Bad for the team. Good for the individual. Martinez with a massive day. That +5 really coming in handy. And this time, we make him hurt and succeed in opening a gap. And I think we're looking at a pretty solid gap over Moss, even though the only 3 positions separated us. We're not going to gain that much on Buitrago, but we are going to gain at least a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes on Moss, meaning we are right back in this race. Martinez comes in 48 seconds down on Staunmitte. Buitrago almost a minute behind us, and you're looking at in excess of 2 minutes to Foss, 2.5 minutes to Moss. 2.5 minutes. He didn't have a +5 today, for sure. It was a big stage, though. That was a very big stage. So, the new look standings. The new race leader. The new race leader. From almost 2.5 minutes behind, Martinez has taken the lead from Enric Mas, but by only 13 seconds. Buitrago's a minute 17 down. Foss is 3:44 down. Gaudu is 6. Krantz is 6. Gonzalez slips to 13th. Krantz slips to 6th. And, contender-wise, really it's just the top 4 left that are anywhere near close enough. But I thought 3 to 4 minutes would be enough. Clearly, that was not the case. I mean, we're seeing substantial time differences after a mega stage like that one. And that's not the only one. We're going to see another stage similar to that. So big time gaps still are possible. So realistically, maybe the top 8 guys are still maybe in range to do something. Lopez has never looked strong, though. Van Dienenbiel has looked very strong in breakaways. Gaudu, I don't think he's quite strong enough of a rider to really, really hang on. He just loses a little bit. He's got a good team to support, but Foss is a good rider. Buitrago is definitely a good rider and clearly in form. Moss, maybe, finally, didn't have a +5 for a day and could still have more good days ahead of him, or did he finally end that fitness peak? And that is the beginning of what is to come in the next few stages, which is a weaker Enric Mas. But Movistar no longer has to lead. We suddenly find ourselves in the position, and that's going to be difficult if a lot of our team has bad race day condition like they had on this stage. I mean, we had some pretty poor race day conditions in 2 out of the 3 stages that we did today. We're going to need better than that if we are going to lead the race and keep the race lead. Easier said than done at this stage. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to look out for that new series coming next week. That one flipping to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This one switching to the Tuesday, Saturday slot. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.